It's Monday. It's Tuesday. It's morning.
It's macabre.
All right. Guys,
It's macabre.
it's macabre. Just get over it.
It's macabre.
We're all adults here. Scones is going to flirt with you all episode.
Listener, what are you wearing?
Whoa, that's how you flirt. You go right to the freaking go for the headshots from the get-go.
Headshots.
This is how Scones flirts. He walks up to a person on the street, says, "What are you wearing?" And they go, first of all, you can see me, which is a weird question. Secondly, what?
It's a great strategy. It hasn't ever worked, but
but just because
the
the
logic
strategy
is
hasn't
sound.
ever worked doesn't mean
The
it's
logic
a bad
in my
strategy.
brain, it's sound. The math checks out. I just can't observe
ChatGPT
it
told
yet.
me to, dude. That's gonna be my new legal stance.
You know how Einstein figured out all this shit he couldn't observe, just mathematically and with his own logic, and then we're just finding confirming it nowadays.
Yeah,
same thing.
I'm gonna make a meme of Scones as the Scones is the guy jumping the judge's booth thing, and then the judge being anyone he's interested in.
Is she okay?
Yeah, they just had the
rematch. Oh shit!
Yeah, the cage fight. Dude, WWE would make so much money.
Dude, she's definitely gonna. I think it's rigged. She's gonna win, so that way they set up for
dude.
the.
If it's
trilogy.
Hell in a Cell, this dude's got a home
But
field
they need
advantage.
the trilogy though. They got to go 1-1, and then so they have to settle it in a trilogy to make more money.
No, yeah, they had the rematch yesterday, and she gave him the same exact sentencing, which was, that's a cool thing from her end, I guess.
Dude, we should quit our jobs and become fight promoters. I feel like we'd be super good at it.
But only for courtroom drama.
Anything, dude. If you have a fighting spirit, I'm willing to promote it.
Yeah.
Not condone it, promote it. It's different.
Don't condone,
Listener.
just promote. Don't condone, just promote. So yeah, that's what's been going. This has been going on. Scone's been flirting with everybody.
Crazy. Did you see this? Did you hear this? Did you see this?
What? Tell. Shut up. Spill.
The aliens in Miami.
All right. This sounds like a Denny's
this isn't the topic.
dish.
It's no. There's literally
aliens in Miami. What are we talking about? Aliens.
So many
Miami.
cop cars showed up in some mall.
Oh.
Someone called that aliens were there.
Yeah, I fucking no. Dude,
I fucking called them.
This showed up on Twitter or something, and this guy was like, "There was 7-foot monster," and I'm like, "What?" And then everyone's like, "No, there was a call about a possible shooting, so all the police have to show up as a general rule."
Oh well, what happened? Regardless,
there are no aliens in Miami. Cops
10-foot
debunked Bayside
aliens.
conspiracy theory.
They would want you to think that though.
Yo, bro. Then you can never be wrong, bro. That's just the aliens want us to.
8 to 10 feet. That's pretty big aliens.
Why are they aliens? They should be hooping, dude.
True.
Imagine an alien hoops league, dude. The UFO NBA.
10-foot NBA aliens coming in and going to Annie's Pretzels for some lunch, dude.
Yo, universal fly ass objects, dude.
Fucking getting some rolled ice cream in Sarku, Japan.
Yo, they've got that good taste.
Hitting up that fucking Johnny Rockets, dude. Hitting up that
We're
fucking
only talking about
dude.
Providence Place right now.
I'm just naming all mall places.
Yeah. Bro, they hit up Journey, get some sick kicks and a tight tee.
Dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Walking into Filene's basement.
Dude, hitting up not a Nordstrom. What's the one? I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. The one that has the gadgets and massage chairs.
Oh yeah, Brookstone.
Brookstone. What did it say?
Brookstone was sick. I loved going there as a kid. I don't think my parents ever bought one thing in there. They just took me in there to marvel at the bullshit.
I marvel
no one
and
needs.
bullshit and marvel and bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like everything was it was hey, do you want this massage gun? It's $400, and I'm like,
it was all stuff that single finance bros have in their apartments.
Yeah. They don't have a mat. They don't have a bed frame, but they've got a Brookstone little beanbag massage chair thing.
and then they turned it into a store.
And
And
here we
aliens
are.
don't fit in the massage chairs, probably.
Yeah, 8 to 10 feet, no way. Shaquille O'Neal would be the only one who could take him. Be like Shaq.
I don't know. What about all the super tall people in the NBA right now?
Oh, you're right. Yao Ming could do it, dude.
Nope, not.
You're right. I'm up to date on sports.
I think he's like in his 40s.
No, he's got like a 10-second 40, dude.
Sheesh.
Way different, really fast.
It's probably like 2 steps.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, let me just one step this, boop. Dude, I bet he could get like a pretty good long jump score by just like
falling.
Yeah.
At least what, like 8'5"
Just do a cartwheel
with his hands up.
Yeah. Be sick. Yo,
So
Yao Ming,
sick.
I got we're promoters, dude. We gotta get this thing going.
Him just standing with his hands straight in the air is actually probably like what, 10.5 feet or something.
Dude, he probably needs to like
11 feet.
wear one of those like McDonald's drive-through like height things, you know? So like trucks know
Do
that
not
they
pass
can't.
through. Yeah. Yao Ming's not driving down Sturrow Drive anytime
Hey,
soon.
baby, good luck with that, you stupid idiot.
All right, now that we've made fun of Yao Ming for being tall,
Well, we have to
a
fit that in.
successful NBA player,
we have a
all-star.
Contractual
being
obligation to rip into Yao Ming every episode.
Got him. Sorry, Yao.
Officially got. So there we go. Shout out to Yao Ming.
Shout out.
Big fan of his.
Dude, he's the meme. Like, he was like one of the original memes.
Yeah, true.
Him laughing.
Yeah,
Like,
that Yao Ming laughing face. It's like now just like a troll face, essentially.
that's like hieroglyphics for our civilization that they'll
that's the
find.
cave paintings of current
millennials,
of
yeah.
like Zoomers. They're like, it says here that he's firing his laser.
That was definitely like, what were we in 7th or 8th grade when memes started to actually
Dude, Rage
happen?
comics were like, middle school, 6th, 7th grade, 2006,
Man.
2008.
So those are our cave paintings, dude.
Yeah, they are. Those were the best, dude. Remember when kids would be like, that would become people's identity for a while?
Dude, I might pick it back up. My current
Dude,
identity is getting old.
I'm gonna start saying lay troll more.
Hell yeah, dude.
I haven't said I'm a lay troll and when does the narwhal bacon? In like,
dude, the baby with the
15 years?
fist and the like the raptor pondering and Fry from Futurama.
Dude, the you got you also got like the black business guy.
Yep, Bad Luck Brian.
Bad Luck Brian, of course, and OG.
Pepe is also still.
Let's run through all of the memes we grew up with. That's why people
Pepe is like the LeBron, dude. He is like still.
Yeah, he's still
at
with it.
Such a clip after all this time.
Yeah, he has not fallen off at all.
Racists like took him, and then I think he made his way back to like regular internet.
Yeah,
Man, what a fucking. If you haven't seen that, there's a great Vice documentary about it, and I think a podcast about it as well.
Yeah,
about the Pepe and all the weird.
There's
shit.
a 30 for 30 about him.
There should be, dude.
Okay, well, we've talked about memes for 2006. We talked about Yao Ming. We talked about aliens. So, do you want to start talking about what we're talking about today?
Sure do. Well, I hope we haven't done this before, but I want to talk to you, Darce, about the Bloody Benders, the serial killers of Kansas.
The Bloody Benders, dude. I've been on a bloody bender.
Sheesh.
You ever eat have so much fiber and not drink any water for a weekend, bro?
Oh God, I thought you were gonna say just Bloody Marys, and it's awful in like the opposite way.
I would much rather have that. This sounds awesome. Band, why don't you make some Bloody Marys and slap those bones around? All right. Bloodbenders are not just an avatar.
They're not.
They're apparently serial killers in like Kansas, you said? What was it, Kentucky? Something like that?
Let's just say, Darce, that we got an article from legendsofamerica.com that will answer those questions.
Legendsofamerica.com, does it have Yao Ming there, dude?
Let me check.
He's an American legend. Was he one of these two brothers?
In the 19th century, Kansas was a bloody place, especially before the Civil War. as free soilers and slavery advocates duked it out for the control of the new territory.
Free soiler sounds like some weird eugenics guy thing. I don't like
Free
that.
soiler? It sounds like I just picture he just poops his pants all the time.
Hey, what? It's a free country.
I'll soil
I'll
my
soil
pants.
whatever
I'll soil
I want. I bought it with my money. I'll poop in them. The bloody benders, dude. It all comes back.
Dude. Once Kansas declared itself with the Union and the Civil War began, the bloody battles continued. When the war was over, pioneers began to head westward along the many trails through Kansas. Murder and mayhem persisted as hardened men from the battlefields, grown used to the violence, continued their violent ways along the overland trails in the many cow towns.
Hell yeah.
If not accosted by road agents, road agents, is that just like burglars? Like,
no, it's like the IRS, but back when you had roads, they're like, hey, you gotta fill out this form to ride this road.
Accosted by them.
Yeah.
Travelers had to be concerned about Indian attacks as well. Southeast Kansas, in particular, was known as a rough area. Though most of us know of Dodge City's wicked ways, which I don't, but...
Well, most of us do.
The deadly gunfight of the Daltons and Coffeeville and the many outlaws and gunfighters who spent time in the Sunflower State, few are aware of a family of mass murderers living a supposed quiet life near the town of Cherryvale.
Dude, gunslinging? What a cool fucking time.
Dude, just slinging gun and drinking whiskey.
If you were like you were just a skilled six shooter, you can just like, you know what I mean? Like everybody had the same occupation, which means like just the cream of the rises to the top, you know?
Yeah, dude. If I could do that, but with modern medicine and dentistry, like
If you could fill a cavity better,
which I guess is just Westworld. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, but like,
dude, Westworld would be sick,
dude. Honestly, Westworld, people give a lot of shit to like the Westworld, but it'd be sick.
Like obviously what happens with the robots be terrible, but that first
this is basically ChatGPT. It's coming.
Do you think you could talk ChatGPT into like doing a text-based adventure game back at you of like a West simulation?
Definitely, 100%. New podcast.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Just after the Civil War ended, the United States government moved the Osage Indians from Lebec County in southeast Kansas to the new Indian Territory in what would become the state of Oklahoma.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
The vacated land was then made available to homesteaders, who, for the most part, were a group of hardworking pioneer farmers I think I read that wrong. Pioneers farming the area's softly rolling hills and windswept prairies. Imagine if I didn't get that right.
That'd be bad.
In 1870, 5 families of spiritualists settled in western Lebec County, about 7 miles northeast of where Cherryvale would be platted a year later. Platted. That's a fun word.
True.
One of these families was the Benders, comprised of John Bender Sr., his wife Elmira, son John Jr., and daughter Kate. A cult-like group, the families chose from several available claims and began to make their homes. John Bender Sr. chose a 160-acre section on the western slope of the mountains that continue to bear their name today. The property was located directly on the Osage Mission Independence Trail from Independence to Fort Scott. His son chose a narrow piece of land just north of his father's. However, he never lived on his claim nor made any improvements to the land.
Dude, you got to improve your land. That's number one of Farmville, bro.
Listen, you got land, dude.
I've been playing Farmville since 2009. I am the farmer.
Is there max Farmville? Like, can you win?
No.
Do you become like a big corporate farm company?
Yeah, you muckrakers show up and try and take you down.
Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue actually was just a guy in his basement in 2008 who got on early to Farmville. Yep. And here we are.
Built an empire. The family soon built a small one-room framed cabin, a barn, a corral, and dug a well. Inside the wooden cabin, the area was partitioned with a large canvas, creating living quarters in the back, and a small inn and store at the front. A crude sign was hung above the front door that advertised groceries to many travelers along the Osage Trail.
Nice.
The little store carried a few supplies such as powders, shots, whatever that
Dippin'
means.
Dots, Willy Wonka bars.
Groceries, liquor, tobacco, sold meals, and provided a safe overnight resting place to the strangers along the road. Can you imagine doing that now? Just being like walking like or traveling really far and just being like, here's an inn. Like you didn't look it up.
Isn't that
or,
what
like,
you
schedule
do?
it ahead of time?
Isn't that what a Motel 6 is?
I guess, but I've never done that before in my life. I know you can, and people probably do, but I've never not like scheduled my stay.
You've always called ahead to a hotel?
You've just showed up to a hotel without booking a room
Yeah, dude.
and booked it at the front door?
Absolutely.
Wow, Darce lives such a cool life, dude. You're like a
Yeah.
traveler, pioneering guy.
I mean, I use one of my fake IDs for my various government missions, but yeah.
You did move out like west, like almost to maybe kind of Western Massachusetts west.
I was almost in New York, dude. I was basically
The
I could
wild,
have just
wild
been in
west.
the river with my jeans sifting gold at that point, bro.
Wait, are you on Cape now? Are you on your new spot?
Nah. Not until
Okay.
January 31st, baby's when it closes.
Gotcha. It's my niece's birthday. My happy birthday on closing day. Big
Shout
day.
out to nieces everywhere. I want to win the title fight.
God, I hope she
Just
does
be like-
not listen to this.
Shout out to nieces everywhere. And everybody's like, what does that mean?
I would promote that fight.
Yeah. It'd be so weird.
So scary.
Everyone would be like, what are you talking about? It's a terrible
Just you
feeling.
don't.
Oh man.
Keeping mostly to themselves. So stupid.
So scary. Dude, if Mike Tyson just went like heavyweight champ and just like I like to think underneath it, like that would be terrible. If I
would
was
be
a
that
niece, I would
surprised,
be so
though.
scared. Okay, maybe
I
with
would
him,
be
yeah.
that surprised.
Yeah, that's true. If it was
Keeping-
Mike Tyson. All right, different situation. It's like
If
the
it was Mike
presidency.
Tyson, I'd be like, yeah, it probably made sense to him at the time.
That's true. What if it was the president inauguration speech? And it's just like shout out to
That would
nieces.
I'd be so depressed.
Everyone would be like, "We made the wrong fucking choice."
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. Way too late.
Oh no. You could
Keeping-
say anything at that point. I would
guess
be
so, yeah.
so quick to be
'Cause
like,
You definitely can't be impeached for just that, right?
no, not for saying shout out to all the nieces. It would just become like a tan suit deal where everyone's like, "What?"
I'm choking on my drink.
People are like, "This is not a funny tangent. Why do they find this funny?" But it is.
Are you kidding me? You're listening to this right now, and you heard someone of significant power say that. You wouldn't be like, what the fuck just happened?
If you were a niece, you would fucking bomb shelter immediately.
I think that's so funny to me.
Oh man.
Gotta compose myself now.
Compose. Those road agents are gonna get you.
Keeping mostly to themselves, the Benders. Okay, I got it.
You got it.
Keeping mostly to themselves, the Benders appeared to simply be struggling homesteaders who worked hard to earn their living like any of the other area pioneers.
Sounds a lot like us.
Immigrating from Germany, John Bender Sr. was 60 years old when he arrived in the area. His wife was about 55. Standing over 6 feet tall, John was a giant of a man who, because of the piercing black eyes set deep in his under his huge
Jesus
bushy
Christ.
brows, earned him the nickname of Old Beetle Brow John. Beetle Browed John. That's what he
Nice.
gets.
That's what you get from. I love how being over 6 feet means you're a giant.
Oh, and
Apparently.
he's 60, dude? I would think this guy was some kind of mythical creature.
Yeah, I feel like, bro, you are a fairly odd parent. What is going on?
You are an immortal giant who has beetle brows, dude.
I'm gonna show up to Scones' when I'm 60, and he's gonna freak out.
Dude, if it was the Old West, I would freak out.
Yeah,
What's the life expectancy here? Like 33?
that's a good point. We'd basically be like elders.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
His ruddy face, mostly covered by a heavy beard, sullen expression, and long hair, often led him to be described as a wild and woolly-looking man. John, okay, I don't know what this means, but John and his raw-boned wife spoke with such guttural accents that few could understand.
What a derogatory, what an insult.
Raw-boned?
If I introduced my wife as
means.
like, oh, this is Jennifer, she's my raw-boned wife, she'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'd be like, just say hello to the nice niece.
Does it mean you're like mean, or does it mean you're like skinny?
I don't know. It sounds something like that, like either skinny or aggressive.
I don't think it's skinny, because the next sentence says, Mrs. Bender, a heavy-set woman, was so unfriendly and had such sinister eyes that her neighbors began to call her a she-devil. So now we know exactly what it means. That's on us for not reading ahead.
Well, no, that's on them for not putting it in a format that would make it so we knew.
True.
We don't make mistakes, Scones.
They should think about how we're doing our show and writing these.
They haven't mentioned the nieces again at all.
Thank God.
Thank God.
To add to her fierce look, Ma Bender claimed to be a medium who could speak with the dead, and boiled herbs and roots that she declared could be used to cast charms or wicked spells. Her husband and son were said to have feared her as she ran the household with an iron hand.
Ooh. She gonna get God, isn't she?
Who's gonna get her, dude? She's a fucking witch with iron hands, dude.
Yeah, well, I listen. I know a thing or two about witches. And,
Ma Bender's got iron hands and raw bones, dude, and she's ready to fight. And I'll promote it.
That's my new create a character like attribute set for the new MMA game we make out of all of our episodes.
on the
yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
John Bender Jr. was a tall, slender man of about 25 who was handsome with auburn hair and a mustache.
Sheesh.
Speaking English fluently with a German accent, he was said to have been social, but he was prone to laughing aimlessly, which led many people to think of him as a half-wit.
Yeah, that's not a trait I would advise.
Just happens to a break.
You don't just walk around and be like, Guten Tag. Like, that's fucking terrifying.
I'm afraid I must laugh now.
Excuse me. The giggles are coming. Do not mind me.
I guess that is kind of like the opposite of the stereotype about Germans, that they're very serious.
Yeah, this guy's just like the jolliest little German guy.
Little jolly German.
Little German jolly. Got it. Some raw bone mama.
German jolly John Bender, dude. John Bender Jr. German jolly John Bender Jr.
Chee.
Daughter Kate was the friendliest of the bunch, speaking good English with just a slight accent and bore cultivated social skills.
Okay.
A beautiful girl of about 23. She
was quick to laugh. How do we know that? Do we have like pictures? Like, is this the author just like an absolute 8 out of 10? Like how is this being decided?
There are sketched portraits of them. So I guess she tickled the author's fancy.
Sketched portraits?
Sketched. Like etchings.
So somebody made a fanfic picture or whatever.
Yep.
Like fan art, and this guy's like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So this is the author's point of view. Nobody asked me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nobody asked you. A beautiful girl of about 23. She was quick to laugh and talk to strangers. She and her brother John often attended.
These are such weird attributes to like put on people.
You know what they say about old
talk
Kate?
To strangers.
She's quick to laugh and talk to strangers.
Like who? That's
Yeehaw!
not. Yeah.
Darce, this was the Old West, brother.
You're right. There was sarsaparilla running through everyone's veins at that point.
There sure was, dude. People in the Old West fucking loved nicknames.
They loved
it was them and like frat guys and sports teams, dude. Like just loving nicknames.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
she and her brother John often attended Sunday school near Harmony Grove and were readily accepted into the community. That's kind of strange to me since they're like 25 and 23, but anyway.
Yeah, that's...
Did people of the Old West just think they were like mentally behind, but really they were just foreign?
Really, they just thought things were funny?
Ha
Ha ha ha.
Kate was a self-proclaimed healer and psychic. Here we go.
All right, now this makes more sense.
Yep. Gave lectures on spiritualism and conducted seances. She also claimed to possess psychic powers, including communicating with the dead. She soon found the lecture circuit profitable by distributing circulars that proclaimed her skills, including supernatural powers and the ability to cure illnesses and infirmities. The petite, auburn-haired beauty, dude.
Yeah, this is getting so weird.
Desired notoriety. If this might, I didn't per usual, did not thoroughly vet this website. So
yeah. Also, they just ripped my Tinder profile. I say on mine that I'm a petite auburn-haired beauty.
Yep. Who desires notoriety. And often advocates free love and justification for murder in her lectures. That's what Darce is. Dude, you're going to get on that like super Tinder. Did you hear about that?
I don't know what that is. What is super Tinder?
It's like Tinder Plus or something. It's stupid. And only the top 500 users of Tinder, which I do not know how. Oh, no. It's the top.
Is it like
10% of Tinder users, like activity wise, maybe?
That sounds like people who cannot find a date for their goddamn lives.
Or are just having a lot of sex.
I see. What is
but
that?
Anyway, if you're in the top 10%, you can subscribe to Tinder Plus and it's like $500 a month or something.
What is what does it do? Like, what is the difference?
I guess you get access to this elite group. It's like creating an elitist
You get access to the like cabal that runs the fucking government.
Yeah, they're all naked with animal masks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very eyes wide shut.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, along with her desire for fame, she also craved wealth and position. Though her beauty and social skills gained popularity with the locals, her actions began to cause them to say she was satanic. Which she had to see that coming, right?
Yeah, I feel like, especially at that time.
I don't want to victim blame here, but like...
Scones actually messaged me before the podcast and said, just a heads up, it's their fault.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a weird message to get right now.
Oh, also, side note, what's her name? Was released from prison.
Yeah, shout out. What is her name? Everybody listening to this podcast already knows.
The name Rose is in it. I know that.
Gypsy Rose.
So I believe we did an episode on her situation and how fucked up it was.
And she's out of prison. So very cool.
Kind of. Very tragic.
Very tragic. I mean, I'm cool that she gets to like live a life now.
Yeah, she paid her debt to society and will definitely, man, imagine having to start over new after all that.
Yeah, nope, not for me.
Not for me.
Not for me. Hey, not for me.
Not for me.
I mean, maybe there's somebody else out there, maybe a niche of some sort, but not for me.
Not for me. It was to be this diminutive Bender family member who would take most of the blame for what was soon to be found out about this infamous family. When the Benders opened their store in 1871, many travelers would stop for a meal or supplies.
Do we have a Sweeney Todd situation about to happen?
The Demon Barber of Lake Street.
Yeah.
However, some of those men who frequently carried large sums of cash intending to settle, buy stock, or purchase a claim began to go missing.
Oh, no.
Sheesh.
Oh, goodness me.
When friends and family began to look for them, they could trace them as far as the Big Hill Country of southeast Kansas before finding no trace of the lost traveler. You know the Big Hill Country?
Yeah, Big Hill Country. Isn't that show with all the yellow people on Disney?
I think so. Isn't that what, like... I just realized what you said, and you're very close to what it actually is. But anyway,
Yeah.
these first few missing travelers did not raise an overall alarm in the area, as it was not uncommon for men to continue their journey westward during those days. However, as
Okay.
more time passed, the disappearances became more frequent. And by the spring of 1873, the region had become strife with rumors, and travelers began to avoid the trail altogether.
How would you cover this up? Like, if everybody who shows up goes missing, who has money or whatever,
Correct.
and also, like, how much money do you need? You know?
I mean, you could also just the money. Yeah, if you did it to
You can
everyone,
just run a successful goddamn inn.
No. But you
Taking shortcuts.
You could probably just blame a lot of it on the fact that it was like not settled. You could be like they all walked into
Yeah, I
rattlesnake
guess you're right.
territory
You're
and
right.
fucking
Yeah.
died.
Every woods here is full of wolves and rattlesnakes that'll eat you alive.
Yeah.
And then it's true.
Or you could just say, yeah, there's like a bear going nuts on people in this neighborhood.
Spear going nuts on people, dude.
When neighboring communities started to make slanderous insinuations, the Osage Township called a meeting held at the Harmony Grove Schoolhouse in March to see what, if anything, could be done. About 75 people attended the gathering, including both Bender men.
Oh, Benderman.
So John
favorite
Bender
Minecraft
and John
characters.
Bender Jr. The discussion began regarding the 10 people who were reported missing, including a well-known independence physician named Dr. William H. York. So they messed with old Billy York.
They're Yorking on his willy.
PhD.
Oh, no.
With the full realization that there was a major problem in their township, the group decided to search every farmstead between Big Hill Creek and Drum Creek. Of course.
Of course.
The Benders remained silent when most of the attendees volunteered to have their premises searched.
Okay.
Sometime later, Billy Toll, a neighbor of the Benders, noticed that the Bender Inn was abandoned and their farm animals unfed. Toll reported the news to Leroy Dick, the township trustee. The search party was soon formed.
You really put some emphasis on his last name. I'm gonna be. You kind of did him dirty.
You see the word coming up, and you're like, "Oh man!"
You're like, "Oh man!" All
this
charge
is the kick drum right here.
I'm firing my laser.
Search party was soon formed, which included Dr. York's brother, Colonel A.M. York of Fort Scott.
Okay.
When the men arrived at the property, they found the cabin empty of food, clothing, and personal possessions. A terrible smell inside the abandoned inn also met them, and a trap door nailed shut was discovered on the cabin floor.
That's not good. Never is good.
No. And worst of all, Darce, you'll have to wait till next week to find out.
Oh my god!
What happened under the door? Who's down there? A giant spider? We don't know.
It's our recording studio.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Scones, you dog.
That's what they call me.
You absolute piece of garbage.
Not a very macabre episode, actually.
No, we basically talked about nieces and then German dudes who look like the father.
Those two things are indirectly macabre.
We didn't get to the macabre part, so now they're just like, oh, well, this was just a weird little silly side. We talk about bears?
Hell yeah, dude. Bears are pretty... Well, the New West run into a bear ended pretty macabre.
New West. Although we've never had a cliffhanger episode like this. So
how's it feel?
It might be our last one ever.
True.
But we'll find out next week. On Monday Morning Macabre.
Transformers.
Guys, if you want to tell your friends to listen to this so that you can all get a listening party together so you can find out what's under that trapdoor, find us on our socials at MMMacabrePod on Instagram. No, on Twitter. Monday Morning Macabre on Instagram, MondayMorningMacabre.com.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment.
Comment if you think there's a spider under that trapdoor.
If you think I'm cute.
Or if you think Scones is cute. Which one is it? This is a connected binary choice. You either think he's cute or you think there is a spider under the door.
Yeah, it's like
Please
the dress.
write us. Yes, exactly. It's the 2024 dress. Let us know in the comments, DM us, etc. And we love you so much.
Have a good time.
Bye, nieces.
Goodbye.